Okay, now I think we're live. You guys, we're going off the airwaves here, so I'm hoping this is catching you. Somebody let me know you're there. We're at the McKenzie Cafe in Springfield, the oldest cafe, right, in Springfield, Oregon. And we sit right off of 42nd. There we go. Okay, I've got you in there. I wanted to go in the kitchen, Joshua, but I'm losing my signal. So maybe if you guys, could you bring that food out here for me right there? So you guys, we are in the inside. This is the little McKenzie Cafe. Check this out. Oldest cafe. I'm going to turn you guys around. Springfield. And I'm going to be real careful about where I go but this is the little place and everything's home baked. And check this out. So bring those cooks out here. We can keep it right there. We're going to see if we can keep a signal right here. Come here, you guys. Come out here. Come out here, you guys. You guys got to check this out. You can leave it right there on the counter. I think I can get it from here. Check this out, guys. Look at that. Oh, look at this. And this, look at this biscuit.
That's a homemade cranberry nut muffin.
A homemade cranberry nut muffin. Okay, so here's the guys who do the making and the bacon and the cooking. Here we go. All right. Tell them who you are.
Hi, Jose Meneses.
And how long you worked here?
5 years.
5 years?
Yes.
What? So are you the cook? Are you the head cook?
No.
No, that's him.
Yes, him.
You're the apprentice.
Yes.
So
He was hired first.
he was hired first. You're hired first, and he took over.
Yes.
Wow. And you are.
Hi, my name is Juan Lopez. I'm cooking in McKenzie Cafe. It's the best restaurant, the best cafe.
So what makes this place so great?
What?
What?
No.
So talk. This is Isabel, and you're one of the owners, right?
Yes, I am.
So tell me, how long have you been here?
38 years.
38 years.
When we opened, Medi and I opened the cafe, Juan was 4 months old.
Seriously?
Seriously.
So you've been here 38 years, and he's your partner, but not.
He's not my husband, no.
She has a husband, and then she has Medi, who's her partner in business. Medi, get over here. Come here. And he's a knucklehead.
Yeah.
This guy's cracking. Okay, hold on. There he is. Hey, Medi, say hi to everybody.
Hi, everybody.
So
I love you.
Medi told me when I came in today that I looked just as young as I did when I was on the news. So I know he's a liar, and I like him already.
That's right, absolutely.
He's a good businessman. So what are you guys famous for?
Basically a home cooked food, okay, which is just, you go to the grocery store, you buy some food, and you actually cook it. We're not reheaters. We actually have cooks who know how to make biscuits, who know how to make gravy from scratch, who actually prepare like the fruit salad, okay, per order, all right? It's not just come out of can or frozen or thrown together 2 hours earlier.
And this used to be, so, you know, because I've been by here many times and I've seen that McKenzie Cafe, and I'm thinking, that's not even really close to the McKenzie. But why is it, this used to be out in the country, kind of.
When this cafe was built in 1947, the Springfield city limits was 7th, that's it, 7th.
7th Avenue, and this is out on Alpha 40,
42nd.
Just past 42nd on Main Street.
There was Weyerhaeuser and this, and nothing else.
So when you went to the
Orchards.
McKenzie Cafe, you were going out in the country, you were going out of town.
It'd be like going up to Blue River, you know?
And
it's way out of town.
And this used to be, you guys, I like stuff like this. So this used to be, Main Street used to be the McKenzie Highway.
That's right, and that's how it got its name. So the McKenzie Cafe was on McKenzie Highway.
So any food challenges?
If people have like problems with like lactose intolerant or whatever, we do have specialty items. We have gluten-free toast, okay? Don't have a whole lot of gluten-free stuff, but we do have gluten-free toast. We do have almond milk and rice milk for those who are lactose intolerant.
But this is like good old-fashioned cooking.
That's right. You know, you start from scratch and you make your gravy from scratch, you know?
What's your most popular food? What's your most...
Actually, on the weekends we have a farmer's omelet, and people really like that. And it comes with soup salad, or it comes with either one of our biscuits or our homemade muffins or toast, and they love it. It's everything.
How about gluten-free food? Somebody's just asking. I think you just said that.
Yeah, we have the toast that is gluten-free, and we have, it's like if you don't want to do toast, we have like on our options for breakfast, you can have either the pancakes, which definitely have gluten in them. We can have the potatoes and toast, or you can have cottage cheese and tomato instead if you're gluten-free, or you can we have tomatoes and toast too, so you can have tomatoes and the gluten-free toast.
So this has been the same building here for all those years?
Since 1947, that's when it was built, yeah.
So I've heard a lot of contractors, construction workers, people like that, they know where this place is.
Yeah, they do. And yeah, it's been here for a very, very long time. They used to be, Weyerhaeuser was like just across the street, used to be open 24 hours, and people would come over during the different shifts and would come eat into the cafe.
Is that a picture of the old store?
Actually, yeah. Sure.
Okay, come here. Okay, you guys, I'm going to show you. I'm just praying that we keep our signal here. Is that it right there?
This
Okay.
is the one in 1947.
Okay, guys, I'm gonna do it this way. Okay.
That was 1947 when it looked
1947 when it was.
called the C&E Cafe.
It was a C&E Cafe.
Chetnetta Cassidy, and over there's a picture.
I'm walking on the. On the.
That's Chetnetta Cassidy in the back, and their daughters in the front. And their youngest daughter, who was there around 14, she died this last
So
year.
those are the
at
original.
82.
Those are the original owners, and she died this last year at 82. They've been around that long. And what's that?
This is the 1950s, what it looked like in the 1950s.
Okay, so I'm going to show you this, guys. This is the 1950s. Isn't that cool? And the place is air conditioned and comfy. And hold on, before we also got some people we're going to talk. I'm going to go right over here real fast because I'm going to interrupt this lady. Scoot over. So, who are you?
Angie and her sister Tina.
Hi, I'm Angie.
So you come here a lot? Hey, you come
I
here a
used to
lot?
come a lot.
You come here a lot?
I've been gone a lot.
So what do you like about this place?
The people. The food is good.
The food is really
Yeah.
good?
Yes.
And you bring her all the time?
Wonderful. Well, my sister's from California.
Time.
Your first time?
And I'm very impressed. The food is wonderful. A lot of it. You can take it home for another meal. It's wonderful. It's great. I wish you had brought me here first.
Well, what's wrong with you, sister?
We
Golly,
we
you
have
cannot.
been so busy.
Oh well. Well, thank you, Isabel. Thank you too.
Oh, you're
Thanks for
welcome.
letting us come
Thank
here.
you.
You guys, we're gonna go talk. Yeah. I can't wait for lunch. We're gonna have food in a little bit, but I got some people here I want you to talk to. It's a real serious topic, and it's very interesting. And here they are. Hi, ladies.
Hello. Hi, Rick.
This is Tamara Welch and Cindy. What's your last name again?
Reynolds.
It's easy when I have it on my computer right in front of me. So, and you guys, we're talking today. I'm going to just do this like this. We're talking today about cluster headaches. And these are also referred to as suicide headaches because they're very painful and they come in for months at a time. They can, and it feels better to bang your head against a brick wall than it does to have the headache. So they're really, really serious. And so we had them on. We had actually Kyle, Tamara's son, who struggles with these.
Yes.
And he was on with us. In fact, Kyle's on here saying hi, Cindy, and
Hi, Kyle.
and hi, Tammy,
Kyle.
and hi, Mom, and all that.
We miss ya.
But some things have happened, and Cindy is working on that. So, Cindy, kind of update people on what's going on with this.
Okay, I really would like, first of all, I would like to say hello to everybody inside the Cluster Headache Facebook group. I just love your support. You've been so helpful. And it's part of the reason why I continue to do what I'm doing, because I have found so many people who need, a voice. And so
Right.
I'm willing to do that. And so I went and filled a form out along with the U.S. Pain Foundation, because a lot of my friends are headache advocates. So in March, I submitted and asked Kate Brown to declare that the state of Oregon recognizes June as the Migraine and Headache Awareness Month and the color purple. So this is it.
This is the
Yeah,
document
this is the
signed by
document,
Governor
yeah.
Kate Brown.
Yes.
And
Dennis Richardson.
And Dennis Richardson, the Secretary of State, saying that Oregon we recognize that this happens, really.
Yes, recognizing all
And
primary
So,
headaches.
Tamara, why is that so important to recognize that for the people who suffer with these?
Well, not just cluster headaches, though those are the worst of the headaches. Just migraine headaches in general. There's a lot of time lost at work for people who suffer from migraines. And of course for cluster headaches, it's absolutely awesome that we get any recognition.
Because recognition
Or-
means the possibility of more research, which is the
Absolutely.
possibility of more solutions. Because right now, really, the only thing you can do is wait it out or use a form of LSD.
Well, with cluster headaches, for sure.
cluster
there's,
headaches.
There's that aspect. I think what we're trying to do is to get everybody who has ever had a headache, and now this has backfired on me before, but I'm going to try it again. Anyone who's had a headache to recognize that your headache is not everyone's headache, and that we should support everyone who's trying to get more research, because these headaches, primary headaches, are more, it's a neurological condition, okay?
Okay.
It's, some people can treat migraine in the early stages with over-the-counter, but there are severe forms. Like in Oregon, we have 300,000 people that suffer from primary headache.
300,000 people?
Right, and they go to the emergency room, and they expect to be treated. I mean, this pain is, I don't know,
Because you have it.
I have cluster headache.
Yeah.
And it's even worse, so, and fewer people. So we really need to up the ante. If everyone who ever experienced a headache would just help everyone else whose headaches are far more severe than theirs.
Right.
Oh my gosh, that's 10% of the nation. 10% of the population suffers.
Suffer with, and so when you're
With
saying
a
a
headache.
headache, you don't mean me when I have a bad neck ache or my head is hurting.
No, I
you're
do
talking,
actually.
Do
What
you?
I am saying, if you and every person who has ever uttered the words, "I have had a headache," would donate $1 toward headache research, we could take this beast over. Because your headache is a minor headache that Excedrin may address doesn't mean that that's what everybody else. They are going to the emergency room. They are committing suicide. We had a suicide last month.
Right. And Tracy Van
So
Dolen's
it's a
on here.
spectrum.
Our daughter gets migraine and cluster headaches. She's been in the hospital several times with horrific headaches. We thought she was having an aneurysm.
Yes.
Didn't know anyone else was out there had this. I'll tell you what, Tracy, my darling. The last time we did this show, I found 3 people who were friends of mine who said that's what I have, and it wasn't just migraines. They were talking about cluster headaches, where these things. I mean, you literally want to bang your head on the wall because
Absolutely.
it feels
And
better.
worse.
And yeah.
And worse, for
and when,
sure.
when Kyle goes through this, what I mean,
Well, it's
how do you work? How do you go to work?
Well, Kyle's an
You don't.
episodic patient.
You don't go to work. For Kyle, when he was using oxygen as a form of treatment, he would go on oxygen. He'd have to lay down in a dark room. He puts an ice pack on his head. His blood pressure would elevate. I worked with someone who had migraines, and she could actually work through one.
Right.
When you have a cluster headache, you are completely debilitated. You cannot work. You can hardly even think. All you can think about is this horrendous, excruciating pain that you're in. Why is it happening? What can I do to make it go away?
So Tracy's on here. She's got, I love you, Rick, for bringing these subjects to light. Well, actually, sweetheart, I thank you for that, but it's actually these people who are sponsoring the show, and they bring this to light. I'm just a conduit. I do my part, and they come in here and talk about this, and then brave people like Tamara come in and talk for her son because, yeah, your daughter's missed a lot of work. I bet she has. So tell me the good news. Some good. You went back to Washington, D.C., talked to our legislative folks back there.
Yes, and through you, guess what?
What?
Congressman DeFazio had the first meeting with me 6 months ago. I mean, it was the
What do you
first
mean
time
through
ever.
me?
Well, you posted it on your thing and challenged him, and I'm going to credit you for that. So it was the first time in 7 years, and I have been going there. I've met with Merkley. I have met with Senator Merkley is really wonderful. He supports everything. Senator Wyden is very helpful. I hadn't met with Congressman DeFazio, but I did this year.
And I would credit you people because like 15,000 people turned out on that show.
Yes.
And our politicians watch. They're watching
do
stuff
listen.
like this
Yes.
and saying, uh-oh, there's a lot of people. And you know, the more noise we make, the more people listen. And that's just the way it works.
Okay. Yeah. I believe in it. That's why I do it.
So Kyle just said something on a message. Kyle, can you, maybe he can't write on comment because some people can't comment on here.
Was it
You
absolutely
ladies are
amazing?
absolutely amazing. So tell me about the
projects.
magazines. Yeah, and it's gutsy to come on here. Here's LSD has saved my life. I owe everything to Cindy for recommending it to me. Oh yeah.
Don't put me in jail.
I know. Here's the thing.
That is a legitimate concern.
It
and
is.
That's why we try to raise awareness. We want there to be research, and there are natural substances out there that can be used that sadly are illegal. And that's what we want to focus on, is finding help for cluster headache patients, all headache patients. Let's
But
find
together.
something that works, period.
And get the stigma off of this, because
Absolutely.
you know, I still, you're one of my favorite stories. I said, yeah, well, you know, and they go, what are you doing now? I said, well, I did a show and some people came on and I said, well, what do you take? And they looked at each other and said, LSD. And I went, now Rick Dancer's supporting the use of LSD. And I thought, and I am, because for certain things, we have to be willing to look at this and say, who are you to judge when you don't deal with the circumstances? You know what I mean? And I have no problem with that. If it helps somebody like Kyle or you or someone I don't know, I have no problem. Where do we donate? Tracy wants to know where you donate.
I know. Okay, I'm gonna get to that.
Okay,
but I do want to talk a little bit about the science. This isn't just a group of people who wandered out into a cow paddy field one day and discovered there's serotonin, the brain. Even when I've gone to the American Headache Society meetings, there's acknowledgement that there is science behind these substances, and there is currently the first study that I know of on psilocybin in 50, 75 years at an organization called clusterbusters.org, and they are currently taking, you know, people who are signing up, and this is done through Yale and the Veterans Administration. So that's a project. What I'm saying is, if everyone understands that it's open now for us to join together and bring headache awareness out front through all sorts of projects. Here's another project. This is called, this is the U.S. Pain Foundation.
I'm going to put the camera on. Show that magazine up there.
The U.S. Pain Foundation, this is their 5th edition of a magazine, with the first edition dedicated specifically to a disease. So this is called The Invisible Project, and the goal is to make things that are hidden visible, to talk about them, to take away the stigma, to bring, you know, research dollars forward. And
there's an article on your guys' stuff in there, right?
Yeah, I'm a documentarian now. I guess.
Look at you.
Documentary producer.
They're creating a documentary with a professional guy who's a video producer, and they're producing a documentary to show people what this cluster headache is all about.
So Tyler Mann and I partnered and created clusterdocumentary.com, a website where we keep our updates, and we have a join our email list, and you can donate to the project. Right now it's an LLC. We're looking into fiscal sponsorship, things where people can donate and have a write-off, but we hope people are willing to
right, because right now it's not a write-off. Yeah. It's just you giving of your heart. Yeah,
because it's important.
It has to be done. Right.
So we want to tell the personal stories. And this is the, can you see that, guys? This is Tyler, who is my steadfast and true partner, just came back from San Diego, where he filmed a dear friend and well-known cluster headache patient advocate by the name of John Fletcher.
So are you showing them going through this process and what happens?
Well, John is terminal at this point.
What is that?
He's dying of COPD and cancer.
Okay.
In his life, he was 38 years of cluster headache patient, and he's tried hard to bring awareness through creating something he called the Cluster Headache Foundation. The Cluster Headache Foundation has since closed, but their last effort was to donate to Tyler and I, the Cluster Head documentary, $6,000.
Wow.
That was just a few weeks ago. So now we're asking others to give their, again. So
is this for the documentary?
Absolutely.
Okay.
That's at www.clusterdocumentary.com.
Tracy is putting everything you're saying in a .com on here. She's getting you on there.
Tracy. Thank you so much. I mean it.
How do they get a hold of you? I mean, Tracy's going to want to talk
on
to you.
On the website.
Okay, so, and that is that clusterdocumentary.com?
Yes.
Okay, and that's where they can also donate, go to find out about donating?
Yes.
Okay. Yes. What else do people need to know?
Can I interject something?
Oh, honey, yes, you bet.
So I would challenge everyone to go on YouTube and look up cluster headache attack and watch somebody have one. If that is not eye-opening, nothing is.
Actually, let me suggest that you go on to the Clusterhead documentary, because we also just won the second place in a short film contest called The Migraine Moment. So we have a cluster head patient who traveled with his father from Norway, Tommy. We filmed this at last year's Cluster Busters conference held in Austin, Texas, and we submitted it. We took second place. We, in addition, won $1,000 for that, and it shows Tommy going through the cluster headache attack.
And so the
awful.
reason you do this is because you can have a little empathy for Cindy.
Yeah.
Go right. You guys, our food
Absolutely.
is here. So we're
Happy
actually we're having
fish and
lunch
chips.
while we're at the cafe.
Oh, I need to tell somebody. I one of my
Keep
challenges
talking. You're
too.
fine. Is this you or me?
In the U.S. Pain
what did you order?
Foundation gave me probably about 50 copies. These belong inside healthcare waiting rooms and neurology waiting rooms, and I will bring copies to you if you put your name or how I can get in touch with you or where I should bring them inside the comments. And it's just an amazing 4-color copy, all about pain in America. This won't be the first edition. This is the 5th edition, and they have more coming out. So
if you guys know a
fits.
doctor's office or you work in one, contact Cindy,
Yes.
and she will give you these copies to sit in there, because you know what? Here's the deal.
That's the distribution method.
Right. You don't even know, because look at the people who come on here and said, "Oh my God, that's what I have." So you don't know when somebody's going to be in a doctor's office, a dentist office, your business office, your business, and look down and go, "Oh my gosh, Joan was just telling me the other day she has these headaches. I wonder if this is it." This is how you get people informed and you do something. And you don't have to do anything except inform Cindy where to go. She's going to drive it over there and take it to them. I mean, that's how it works.
Help stop the suicides.
Right, because
That's not
people
an
are killing
option.
themselves over this, you
Thank
guys,
you.
and you can help stop that from happening that's what we have to do. You want to be involved in the community, this is a way we're giving you to be involved. It's simple little stuff like that. And it does
part
make
of
a difference.
I don't mean to
No,
interrupt.
honey, that's
but,
what it's all about.
But part of this is that there are people who have these headaches that don't even know. They're undiagnosed. And so it's things like this where they go, "Oh my gosh, they're describing what I'm suffering from."
Right.
And there are, because isolation is a big deal. When you have these headaches, you feel isolated and you feel hopeless. And there is hope out there, and that's what we're trying to say. There is hope. There are other people. There are other people suffering. And we don't want anybody to suffer. We want people to know that you have a group of people that you can talk to and turn to.
Okay, now guys, here's the thing too. The funny little thing. Kyle is posting videos of himself. I saw him posting some things of him going through this, so you can kind of go on there and look at that.
Okay.
And the other thing is, how we found the McKenzie Cafe is Cindy and I were talking, and I said, how do we find a place to go do this? And she said, well, our color's purple. I asked a lady standing next to me at the Washburn Cafe, do you know of anybody that has a purple restaurant? She goes, I think the McKenzie Cafe is purple. So I called Isabel, and sure enough, they're purple. And so this is now our official Cluster Headache Foundation hangout place. And so real quick, I want to also show you, because I want to make sure that you got to see our food. I mean, because we're going to have lunch, but Tamara doesn't want to eat in front of people. See, you guys are used to me doing it, but look at this. So check this out.
Yum.
Here's
Oh
the
my
fresh
gosh.
fruit bowl.
And for those of you that know me, I am a pancake-aholic, so I cannot wait to dig into these.
So she's having pancakes
Fish and chips.
and a farmer's omelet. This is a veggie omelet. And what's mine?
Yours is a veggie, but she didn't want any sour cream on hers.
So mine's also a veggie omelet, and then she's having Cindy's having fish and chips. So
Friday.
so because it's Friday, and you know that is. So here's the other thing you guys can do. I gotta taste this because I'm going. You guys, if you would take this and share this on your page, not only does that help others, I'm gonna. Just bear with me in the moment, okay? That's very good.
Where's my fork?
It helps. Oh my gosh, look at all those vegetables. It's like a salad and eggs. Not only does it help others who might be suffering with this, it gets the message out. It also helps Isabel here at the restaurant. And I mean, isn't that what a community is supposed to do? We're supposed to show people. And then come in and have breakfast or lunch. Or they close at 2. You open every day but Sunday?
No, we're closed Mondays and Tuesdays, open every other day.
Close Mondays and Tuesdays, open every other day. And when you come in, just say, "Hey, thanks for having Rick and Tamara and Cindy and to do your show," and just chat it up with them.
Remember to show purple, show support all June.
And
Right.
yeah,
So, purple nails,
purple hair.
I can't.
It's official. Thank you, Kate Brown.
Yeah,
Yes.
everything's official. Okay,
Yes.
guys, so, and for those of you who don't know how to share this, I need to have a class on how to do this. Because I know if you're not sharing it, because I can see your name on there. All you do is hit your share button and post it, and say post on your page, and it'll post it right on your page. You don't even have to write anything. I don't ask you to do any of that. Okay, so Kyle's putting some more video on there. So you guys, we're going to go finish our lunch and call it a wrap. Have a great weekend. Remember, it's going to be 101 degrees out there tomorrow. Thank you guys for sponsoring this.
And thank you all for sharing if you do. We appreciate it.
And on Monday, I'm going to just probably do my own show. I don't have anything planned for Monday. Tuesday, I do have something planned, but if I wasn't turning 58 next week, I could probably remember what it was. But I am, and oh no, I know where we're going. We're going to Taco Vor. To show you Taco Vor. They're going to help sponsor a show, and then we're also going to talk to Hepograph. They're looking for jobs. We have jobs that are available. And Honor Flight is going to be there, a group that takes veterans from World War II and the Korean War back to Washington, D.C. for the weekend to see the memorial. So all that's going to be on the show on Tuesday. And then guess what? Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and the week after that, I'm going to be coming to you live from Montana. Livingston, Montana is where Rick Dancer is going to be with Kathy, and we're going to be showing you what Livingston, Montana is all about. It's not all about Oregon, guys. Okay, I'll talk to you later. Keep sharing. See you later, guys.